For the past year, U.S. Steel has been seeking approval for its acquisition by Japan's Nippon Steel.
This investment will create a positive ripple effect across the region, creating nearly 5,000 jobs and generating an additional $1 billion in economic impact for Southwest Pennsylvania.
U.S. Steel has gone from employing 340,000 workers at its peak down to about 15,000. A worrying statistic for Braddock, where they've been making steel since 1875. Delia Lennon-Winstead is the town's mayor.
It's not like U.S. Steel, like this just dropped out of the sky and just happened.
These blast furnaces were part of a mighty factory that for 100 years produced more than 9,000 tons of iron per day. For a long time, it was the largest steel mill in the world and a symbol of America's industrial power. U.S. Steel shut it down in 1986 as manufacturing moved overseas.
And I just have to say it's absolutely outrageous that they have sold themselves to a foreign nation and a company.
That's U.S. Senator John Fetterman of Pennsylvania, expressing opposition to the proposed takeover. Fetterman made his mark as the mayor of Braddock, the job now held by Delia Lennon-Winstead. She supports the takeover, arguing the fates of Braddock and U.S. Steel are interwoven.
It's established in Braddock, it's been in Braddock, it's a main resource for Braddock, it's an income base for Braddock and surrounding communities.
U.S. Steel has indicated some plants might be shuttered and workers laid off if the deal is scrapped. But labor attorney and former Allegheny County Council member Amanda Green Hawkins worries about Pennsylvania Steel under foreign control.
There are people in the community with concerns about it as well. What does this mean to national security? And these are questions that our elected officials had to take seriously.
Those in Washington opposed to the Japanese takeover are just playing politics, says Guy Waller, who works at U.S. Steel's local coke plant.
They're going to keep the name, going to keep the home office here. And like I said, hopefully we'll keep our health benefits when it comes through.
Also discussing the deal in a local watering hole, the Dante Club, is filmmaker Tony Buba, whose father was a welder for decades at the local U.S. Steel mill.
If Nippon buys it, it might last another 20 years. Eventually it's going to be gone.
Japan emerged as America's rival in steelmaking in the latter part of the 20th century. The survival of both in the 21st century might hinge on forging cooperation to avoid being demolished by competitors in China, which is now home to 3 of the world's 5 top steel producers. Steve Herman, VOA News, Braddock, Pennsylvania.